Hi, I'm Richard Redmond. No Room in the Park is the title of this episode. It's an amusing story about two people, George and Vivian, who are dating. George is a mortician. It's his profession. He buries dead people. At least I hope they're dead. Now Vivian is not happy and she feels uncomfortable about George's occupation. She would prefer that he change jobs in order for their relationship to continue. This is their third date, and they're going on a picnic.
George is taking me on a picnic today. This is our third date. I still can't get used to the fact that he's a mortician. Oh, but he loves it and says he won't give it up. I am just not comfortable with his job. I have my doubts about our relationship. I know. I keep hearing that same joke from everyone. He'll be the last one to let you down. Not funny. Listen, I gotta go. He'll be here soon. All right, I'll call you and let you know how it went. Okay, take care. Bye-bye. George?
Hey Vivian, you ready to go?
Yeah, let me just get my things. I'll be right out.
Okay. Hey, we're off.
All right. Well?
Well, what? Nice day.
The door?
The door.
The door? Can you open it for me? 3 dates and you're already forgetting your manners?
I'm sorry. I'm so used to opening doors at funerals. I love it when I can take a day off and I don't have to open the door for someone.
Well, maybe we should just pretend that it's a funeral.
Madame?
Thank you, kind sir.
Women.
So where are we going?
Well, I thought we'd go down to the park by the river. They have picnic tables there, the view is nice, and we can listen to the sound of the water.
Sounds good to me.
And I brought along sandwiches. They're in the back, and I hope you like them.
Great, I'm starving.
Well, it looks to be a promising day.
It looks nice. Did any traffic on the way over?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Most of all, it's sunny, but they're talking about rain this but we'll see. If it rains, we, whatever.
We'll figure something out. Maybe there's a movie we could go see.
Yeah. They got the old movie, Frankenstein and Dracula. That is from the 30s. They're showing revival.
Taste.
Not your type of thing?
Not my taste.
Well.
How about a rom-com?
And then there's another movie we could go see.
What?
It's called Playing Dead. It's about a mortician, but I don't think you'd be interested in that.
I don't think so.
No. No business, huh? We don't want to see movies with any of my business in it.
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, we'll find something.
How about that new Tom Cruise flick?
Tom who?
You know Tom Cruise.
No, I don't follow him.
Oh, there's that remake of the Top Gun movie coming out.
Top Gun? Never heard of it.
You need to get out more.
I know, I should
You really need to get out more.
I know, you know. Well, listen, when you hang around with dead people, what do you want?
That's what I keep telling you.
Well, there goes that idea. The tables are full. We'll have the picnic on the grass.
I really don't want to sit on the grass. The ground is damp.
I guess you're right.
Well, what are we going to do? I was really looking forward to this.
I know what I'll do. I know where to go. It'll be quiet and we'll have the place to ourselves. Almost.
Where are we going?
Trust me, you'll find out when we get there. Well, here we are.
Here we are. We're in a cemetery. A cemetery, George.
Well, you have to admit it's quiet here. And there's no one here except the occupants. And they're a bunch of stiffs and they won't bother us.
Not funny.
Just a little occupational humor.
I don't think we'll hear the sound of water here, George. Maybe the dead moaning. You don't really expect me to eat here, do you? Have a picnic on some grave? This is creepy.
Why not? I eat here all the time.
You eat here all the time? What are you, some kind of weirdo? I'm beginning to wonder about you.
Of course I eat here. And sometimes after a funeral, I have my lunch and dinner here. I bring something along. And when everyone leaves, I eat. You know, morticians have to eat too, you know. We get hungry like everyone else.
You eat lunch or dinner here?
Sometimes breakfast.
You're crazy. That's it. You're crazy.
To me, it's a job. This cemetery is my second home. I spend a lot of time here for funerals.
Don't you feel uncomfortable eating here?
Why should I? No one's going to bother me. I've never had one occupant ask me for a bite of my sandwich, except maybe a ghost or a zombie or two, but they don't eat much.
A ghost? Zombies? You've seen ghosts here?
Well, what do you think? It is a graveyard.
That's it. I'm leaving. I am not staying here.
No, wait. Vivian, please stay. It'll be fine. We can eat, talk, and no one will bother us. It's not hard to get used to. Don't you think the maintenance people that work around here eat? Sometimes their wives will stop by and bring them their lunch.
Well...
Oh, come on. At least it'll be a first for you. Lunch in a cemetery.
Well, okay. But you owe me big time for this. Next date, if there is one, I want to eat in a fancy restaurant with all the trimmings.
Okay, deal. I'll take you wherever you want to go.
All right, let's picnic. Where's the food?
In the back of the car.
Okay, I'll get it. You find a spot for us. And not on a grave, thank you.
Don't worry. the matter?
There's a body in the back of the car. How could you? A body! Is it dead?
Oh, oops. Sorry about that. I had to pick up a stiff for a funeral tomorrow, and my hearse was being used. And so I stopped by the hospital to pick up the body. And I didn't have time to bring him to the funeral home because I didn't want to be late.
You picked up a dead person and put it in your car?
Sure, we do it all the time. You know, they can't exactly walk into a funeral home on their own.
You brought a dead body with us on a picnic? I have been riding around with a dead body in the car?
I'm a mortician. It's perfectly legal.
I don't care about that. Oh, this is too much.
Look, let's just have our picnic. Forget about the body. Pretend it's not there. You've seen bodies before if you went to a wake.
Yes, but I've never driven around with them or had breakfast, lunch, or dinner with them. I just paid my respects and left.
See? No more body. Now, let's just go have lunch and enjoy ourselves.
I will not ride back with that dead body in there. I'll walk if I have to.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put the body in the mortuary that they have here. And then when I take you home, I'll come back and get the body later.
Fine.
And you can help me put the body in the mortuary.
What?
Only joking.
Not funny, George. Not funny at all.
Can we eat now?
Did you find a spot?
Yes, right over here. Come on. Here seems fine.
All right.
Madame, s'il vous plaît. Didn't I tell you this would be nice?
Well, it's not my idea of a romantic picnic.
Doug!
How you doing today?
Fine. Just having lunch. This is Vivian. Vivian, this is Doug. He's one of the caretakers here.
Vivian, pleased to meet you.
Likewise, Doug.
So, George, she a friend or a potential customer?
A friend.
Good. She seems a little young or healthy to be a customer. Hate to bury him alive, you know, with all that yelling and screaming.
What do you mean a customer bury them alive? Is this some weird joke?
Doug, enough with the jokes. She's a little sensitive about my occupation.
I understand. Sorry, Vivian, I'm just having a little fun with you. You know, we lack a little humor in this place, being what it is. Nice to talk to a live one every now and then.
Doug!
Sorry again, I couldn't resist.
Doug, don't you think it's weird us having a picnic here in a cemetery?
Why no? Eating here, just as natural as having a picnic someplace else. I eat here all the time. And sometimes relatives or friends of the deceased come by and eat while they're visiting the grave. Well, sort of. I mean, even if they're gone, their memory is still with them.
See, I told you so.
Of course, if you don't mind sharing with the zombies. But they don't eat much, they're only flesh and bones.
Doug, enough with the graveside humor.
Do you people always make jokes about the dead?
Well, Vivian, you see, it's like this. We deal with sadness here every day. Funerals, people coming by visiting graves. There's a lot of crying and sadness, so if we took it seriously, we'd go out of our minds, get depressed. And we never mean any disrespect to the dearly departed. Probably, if they're standing around us, which I think they are, they'd be laughing too.
What do you mean they're standing around?
Well, sometimes when I'm alone here and it's quiet, I swear I can hear their voices talking to me and laughing. Well, I've got work to do. Oh, George, before you leave, can you meet me by section A7? I have to prepare the site for your next funeral. I want you to check it out.
Sure. And by the way, I have the body in the back of the car. I'm going to drop him off in the mortuary before I leave, and then I'm going to come back and get him later.
Oh, a double date. Do you need a partner for him?
Doug, please.
I'm off. Vivian, nice to meet you. Hope we meet again under the same circumstances.
Doug.
That guy's a little weird. Are all your friends like that?
Oh, Doug, he's okay. It's like he says, we need a little humor here, and it's not often we get to joke around with anyone. There are an occasional one or two odd people that you might encounter here, but they're harmless.
Well, I'm not comfortable here. It's creepy. It reminds me of those horror movies.
Oh, that's only in the movies. Nothing can harm you here. There's just the remains of the departed, and they don't bother anybody.
I think you should get out more and socialize with people who are alive. You're always around dead people.
Occupational hazard. But I socialize all the time when I'm not working. I have other interests, just like anybody else. What do you think? You're the first person I've ever dated? I have friends, and when we get together, we never discuss business. Why, I've even had to bury friends.
You've had to bury your own friends? That's gross.
Well, someone had to bury them. Their families come to me and they ask me to attend to the arrangements.
And that doesn't bother you?
I didn't say it doesn't bother me, but I can't say no to a family during their time of grief. Why, I've even had to bury a girl I had been dating who was killed in an accident.
You buried a girlfriend? How long did you know her?
We dated for 2 years. That's her headstone over there. We were thinking about marriage, but then unfortunate happened.
So then you embalmed her and buried her?
Well, yes. She's not the first girlfriend I buried.
Oh, I'm getting chills up my spine.
Why don't we stop talking about death and my occupation and change the subject?
Good idea.
I'll tell you what. I'll go talk to Doug. And while I'm talking to him, you can stay here. And then when I get back, we'll finish the picnic and leave.
Leave me here alone?
Sure, no one will bother you. And I don't think you want to be with me and Doug while we're talking about funeral arrangements, burying people.
Well, okay. But hurry back.
Okay, I promise. I'll be right back.
I mean it. You better.
I will.
George? George! George! Where can he be? I think I better go look for him. George! George! George, where are you?
Can I help you? Are you looking for someone? You look lost.
Where did you come from? You weren't there a second ago.
I've been here all the time. Maybe you just didn't see me.
I'm looking for George.
Oh, George. He passed here earlier. Are you a friend of his?
Yes, I am.
He's a nice guy. He buried me here.
He buried you? George! George! George, where are you? Hello? Hello, sir? Sir? Hello? I'm looking for George. George, I swear if I find you, I will kill you! Oh my gosh!
Good afternoon. Are you looking for someone? Perhaps I can help you. You seem lost.
Don't tell me you're... This can't be happening.
Don't be afraid. I won't harm you. I am Count Dracula. Welcome to my humble abode.
Now, calm down, Vivian. Relax. Your imagination is running wild. This is a mirage.
I am no mirage.
There is no such thing as Dracula. He's fiction.
Oh, but I beg to differ. I am real. Here, touch me.
No, thank you.
Did anyone ever tell you that you have a pretty neck? So pure, so white. Blood pulsating through your veins. Look into my eyes. Goodbye, Vivian. I will see you later.
George! Oh! Can I get my hands on you? Ah! George? George, where were you? I was getting worried. Where have you been? What are you guys doing? What's going on here? What?
Okay, let's bury you.
What? What are you talking about? What are you crazy?
So what?
Stop! What? Get off of me!
Let's
Leave me
bury you.
alone.
But she's still alive. What are you trying to do?
So what?
Go away!
Let's bury you.
But she's still alive. What are you trying to do?
So what?
Leave me alone!
Vivian, Vivian.
Oh, George! Oh my gosh, I was having the worst dream! There were zombies and Dracula and you were a ghost, but you weren't really you were somebody else and oh.
A ghost, zombies, and Dracula?
I know, it sounds weird.
I was going to ring your doorbell. I came outside and I heard you yelling and screaming, all this commotion going on, and I thought you were being attacked. So I came running in the house and find you there.
I guess I must have dozed off while I was waiting for you. It's not funny.
Oh, are you ready?
I guess so.
Okay, let's go.
Oh my gosh. You really need to get a different job, George.
Oh, doing your job.
George, where are the sandwiches?
In the back, in the cooler.
Can I see it?
What, you don't believe me?
Just open the door and let me see it, please.
It'll make you happy.
No body, just the cooler.
What would I be doing with a body in the back of the car? I use a hearse for that.
Never mind, let's go. So, where are we going? I hope not to a cemetery.
A cemetery? Who picnics in a cemetery? I was thinking we'd go to the park by the river. They have picnic benches there. It's a nice view, and we can listen to the sound of the water.
George, about your job.
Do a dance, we're going to get it on. You do know you're being recorded.
He is. He is.
Of course.
It's in a cemetery. Wait, give it a truck is going by. I'm sure you can hear that. Okay, we'll just do that one more time. Keep it rolling and take two. My wig fell off. Cut. How did it look? Cameras are rolling. Oh, I have a knife. Stay right where you are. Okay. Okay. Okay.
So you don't want to see the hand on the shoulder?
No, you've already pulled it back. Doug, you already pulled it back.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I've kind of keep.
Cameras are rolling, and
Watch those hands, buddy.
da 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 dum. To the part where we bury it. Did you bring the shovel? We wanted a little realism, okay? Only up to your neck, though.
Oh, you're so considerate.
We are rolling. Ready? Action.
Doug, have you got the shovel so we can bury her?
I'm gonna bury you!
Okay, seriously now, okay. And
Action.
action. Why don't we change the subject? No, that's not, no. No. Why don't we stop? Now we're getting silly. Okay.
You need a partner for it. We got a couple here.
Lay by my side, little darling, and lay your cool hand on my brow. Promise me that you will always be nobody's darling but mine. You're as sweet as the flowers in springtime, you're as pure as the dew from the rose, and I'd rather be somebody's darling than a poor boy that nobody knows. Ain't nobody